Good afternoon, members of the media. Welcome to this post-match press conference of the match between Zimbabwe and Botswana. And we're joined here by the coach of Botswana, Ndate Paulos Muhambi. Sir, welcome. Hard luck. You really tried. But what's your impression of this match?
Yeah, we always knew that Zimbabwe was going to give us a hard time, more especially the fact that they were coming in this game with points advantage. They had 6 points, we had 4. And to them, scoring that goal and then the second half, we knew we were going to come hard on them, but we couldn't convert most of our chances. But when we converted, we knew they were going to get tired. But second half, I think they were now just kicking so that we cannot build, and they tried to distract everything that we're trying to construct and maintain their lead. When it ended up 1-1, but yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Do you have any questions from members of the media? Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Coach. That you don't lose the game and you go home, how disappointing is that?
Yes, we are, of course, disappointed. We would have loved to go to the finals, but football is one of those games that you can never predict. Because whatever you are planning, your opponent is also planning. But I cannot take anything from the players. They played, they were competitive, they were focused. It's only that it's one of those days where fate is not on your side, but you see they were fighting.
And Coach, what do you think made the difference today in the match against Zimbabwe?
First half, Zimbabwe was winning most of the balls because they were first on the ball. They were a bit aggressive than ourselves. We were found wanting in critical areas, more especially in the middle field. And the second half, when we went into the drawing board, we said, no, we need to work on how we can, match them pound for pound so that when we win the ball, we can play our football. And when we substituted, we began to play much better, and we're creating those scoring opportunities. Now, if you're backpedaling and the team is already leading, all they have to do is to make sure that you don't do anything, you don't construct, they destabilize anything that you try to build. And that worked to their advantage. But I think second half we had an upper hand compared to the first half.
Do you have any more questions? Lastly, Coach, the last question, what do you take out of this tournament as you heading back home?
Yeah, I just want to say, it's good preparation. These tournaments are very important. They are a litmus paper that one has to use to gauge the potentiality that is there in the players and where you should try to improve and work on maybe building on beefing up the team to be a stronger team to compete in the forthcoming games, since we're looking forward for AFCON and the Olympic Games. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Luck and good luck next time.
Thank you.
And travel safe. Good afternoon once again, members of the media. We're now joined by the winning coach, the coach of Zimbabwe, Mr. Shadrack Mlauzi. Sir, well done. Congratulations and all the best in the next round. But for starters, how did you see the match against Botswana?
Thank you very much. A very difficult match of football. The tempo right up there is actually very good for the region, that we have such quality. It can only get better and better, isn't it? But a good start from the team. 3 minutes into the game, an early goal. Then thereafter, we blew hot and cold, played in patches. It could have been better in terms of managing key moments of the game. We did not do that. We kept giving the opponent hope. We went into the second half still carrying a slender lead. The Botswana team, credit to them, pushed a gear up it made it extremely difficult for our players. So meaning that at the end of the day, we had to play more second fiddle to the opponent that was pushing for an equalizer. Again, because of the lapses in concentration here and there, due to maybe the tempo that the opponent was throwing, we conceded very, very, very late. I'm sure fatigue creeping in again, given that we played on Monday, so it's always difficult for the players. But well, we give a lot of credit today to Botswana for putting up a splendid show. Other than that, well, we can only build it from here.
Thank you, Coach. Any questions from members of the media? Yes, ma'am.
Coach, congratulations on the progression. You remain the side with the best record in terms of defense. And having to consider that goal today, does it hurt or is it a wake-up call going into the next stage?
Not really, given that we had to make changes to our usual left back. She played extremely well, Alice. Our first choice left back is Zimbabwe. She couldn't make it today because of suspension. But then again, we of course need to do much better in terms of how we structure ourselves defensively. From now on, moving forward, games really begin to get even tougher than this one, because a lot of teams are tactical, they've been analyzing us, they've been studying us, so it becomes extremely difficult. It's something that we'll take home this evening and work on that during our training sessions.
Coach, Zimbabwe has been out in suspension for quite a long time. The question is, what has Zimbabwe been doing that's, seeing them progress to the next round? And secondly, what does it mean? How much does it mean to Zimbabwe to progress to the next round after that isolation?
Yeah, of course, it means a lot to us. The girls have been playing club football, so we are trying to put structures into place. These girls have been playing club football during that period of isolation. So as we move forward, the plan is to continuously improve on the professionalism of our league, make sure that these girls are well funded. Then at the same time, in international football, we compete in different qualifiers, FIFA World Cup or WAFCON, Olympic qualifiers, but it's going to be a process, isn't it? The days of the golden generation gradually is long gone, but now we're trying to fuse up and coming players with relatively little experience in international football. So it's never easy really to gel just like that. So once again, credit to the players. They've done extremely well. Given the circumstances.
Yes, sir.
Great question. Just want to take it back a bit, especially. I know you don't want to single out players, but how impressed were you, especially with the performance of Alice coming in for Zimbabwe, who has been really one of the most consistent players at this tournament, but she put up a good shift.
Yeah, she did absolutely. She was outstanding in terms of her defensive behavior, and in terms of, again, offensively, she gave us a lot of impetus. And again, her positioning. It wasn't easy dealing with the pacey wingers of Botswana, but we thought a game of this magnitude, a game of this standing, she really stood her ground. Again, you look at her physicality, not the best physicality, but she compensated for that by being a little bit quicker and positioning herself excellently on the field of play.
You had a question, sir?
Yeah, well done, Coach. This intervention you're meeting Zambia, should I say your rivals in the semis. Have you started processing in terms of, given a choice, would you have wanted to meet a team like Zambia or maybe another team?
With tournament football, you don't choose who to play, isn't it? Yeah, it's only fate that determines how well you play, that determines who you play. So Zambia as well have done well in their group. Then of course ourselves, we have done very well in our group. It's only that we conceded today, but other than that, well, we wanted this adrenaline to steam off. Then of course we'll plan for Zambia. But for now, we are processing a lot of information, trying to digest what has happened today. So most certainly, when we steam off, we'll plan accordingly.
Yes, ma'am.
Coach, I just want to get you're going to be one of the teams that will experience the use of VAR in the semi-finals, and just to get your officiating so far over and how much you would welcome that in the next stage when it does happen.
Yeah, we'll be delighted. Yeah, it's the age of the fourth industrialization. We need IT to assist maybe with decision making, especially now moving into crunch games, the quarterfinals. So it's important that we make use of technology, isn't it? So that when it comes to controversial moments, key decisions, the match officials are assisted, but they've done relatively well. Of course, there are little decisions here and there that they miss, but these are 50-50 decisions, so you can never really fault them. Overall, I've thought they've done excellently, particularly the offside rule. Yeah, I've seen great improvement in that regard. So with the introduction of VAR, I suppose it can only get better and better.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thanks, members of the media. And Coach, all the best in the next round. We'll see you then.
All right, thank
Have
you.
a lovely day, everyone.